Hello, Mo. This is me, Charles Reed, and today we are basically such as ranking the most gifted prize you should give on this sweet day of a holiday, and that is Valentine's Day, the most sweetest day where you can basically have your heart replaced with birds. Every single time when you see someone you have a crush on, and this is a day you finally achieve the day to finally ask her out when your feelings finally get out that body of yours and finally gives you the courage to finally ask the question. Even pop out the question if you're already in a 10-year relationship. But half of that doesn't go right now, doesn't it? Sorry, just had to put the negativity in here after all. But anyway, basically, we are making the most top five, or even such as say 11 gifts that you could give your loved one, or crush on, or any GF, or any such as wife of a bride you have. And what sweet prize you should give her this year? Well, I'm going to tell you now, and how bad it could be if technically you give her any of these. But all of these look like good options, now don't we? Now, the first one's up. This one. This one. I don't know about this one. Honestly, I really don't. This is literally just cookies, to be honest. I would have basically been just honored to have chocolates instead of these little tiny hearts that are cookies, such as in the way of it candy in that case. To be honest, these type of cookies are basically the ones I would have got from my mom from Valentine's Day. So technically it's Valentine's Day. So yeah, basically these do not give your GF any of these, or do not give any of your loved ones any of these. Cause I don't know what you've been thinking on this. This is just total pop rocks. Just pop rocks of hearts. Literally what they are. And now roses. The beautiful roses. The beautiful red and violets are blue, and red are red. In a garden of flowers that are perfectly bred. It can really gives a satisfaction of beauty at its finest, but the roses always say, "You're beautiful, and I want to have you because you are wonderful." What kind of line can that say, other than a heart in the middle? These are basically the most basic and also bland thing you can give your GL for any loved one. Always wonderful to smell the blooming and nice smell of flowers, even roses. Such as that, it always reminds me of sweet, sweet blood. Ah, yes. This is what my father gave my mother. Yeah, he said it was really horrific when she smelled it. So yeah, basically, next one, teddy bear. Ah, yes, this guzzy, chubby toy. This thing where you can easily basically just play with this thing, squish with his cheeks, squish with his body, even tore his insides out if you want to. Yeah, basically, this is just like any other plushie. A plushie you keep for bed just to keep you away from those shadows that you will never see. And the monsters always under your bed. But this is always keep you protected. A line of hope that always take care of its carrier. A line of hope that is always with it. And how much is with it? For all eternity. Until it finally gets spread apart, of course. But can we all lie that basically in the way of it, this isn't a bad present? This is always basically just like the others. A present you can give your loved one even if they forgot how they felt like. Or even basically if you in a long distant relationship, you feel like you've forgotten how they feel and how they look anymore. It been so long since you was apart. It been so hard, wrong on your relationship. It would be a good time to have something that lasts remain of them, even if they 5 feet down. So yeah, this one deserves an A tier. And now hearts, chocolates. Now basically this one is literally just basically. Sometimes in a way of it you can really just have your kind of style, where you basically have you and the other person where hearts are around them, or in the way of it, you can just have chocolates or surprise them with their favorite food inside the chocolates. It's really basically just like a other ordinary present, just with a wrapping and basically with chocolates in it. I must say, I like this present myself. I must say, these sweet chocolatey flavors of these, such as pop rocks of covered in brown fudge, really can give me a good appetite, especially on this lovely day we call a holiday. And this, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know why would anyone get this, but if you're into that, you can. Just completely out of guard. If you really want to get this for your such as so-called loved one, if you're in the way of it, giving them such as special treatment, or that such as sexual thing you do, it would be very horrific if you basically, in a way of it, want that. It being fine, but in my opinion, I wouldn't typically give these such as a D tier. I would just put them up with the B tier. Is that fine? I know some of you models are into that, but in a way of it, you just say that's not really a good present you should give her, especially when they're not into that. But hey, at least basically someone out there might have the same taste as you. And also this, a ring. Kind of reminds you of when you want to pop up the question and when she's going to say no or you. Or in the way of it, you don't even know exactly what she's going to say. But you know exactly it's going to be bad. But hey, basically just like this, you give them a golden ring. Just like you want a pop in question, huh? Pop right into it. Right when you're in a long-term relationship. And you're always basically thinking, our life would be beautiful together if we stay along. Now, wouldn't it? This going up to the S tier, so technically in a way of it, you never know when the time might come to ask the perfect question, the perfect opportunity. And now, gifts. Okay, now basically this one leaves just like Christmas. You just give them gifts, and basically in the way of it, give them anything. A ring, a basically bracelet, even basically a price that's way more bigger than your life. A whisk that you're whisking to take to give them a perfect good present. Each way or another, what would you try? But in a way of it, this is basically in a way of it, knowing whatever, such as in a way, give them gifts. Systematically, this whole thing is about giving them chocolates and gifts and all that. But in a way of it, I mean, not surprisingly if some of you mortals have these kind of gifts, but we never know. Just going to the next one. And here we are, a diamond bracelet. This one perfectly go with the style of the jewelry in hand. And how much expensive would that be if they would be so sad if you didn't give it to them. If you didn't have enough time to even have money to get this. But all this is for her, right? But in the end, these things are basically such as a go-to and number one way how to give your GF a present, in case you forgot. But in the way of it, you saying, oh shit, I don't have no money. That's when you know that basically you made a whole and worth it mistake. You would try anything to basically get anything to get that jewelry just for her. After all, she have been with you. She at least deserves a prize. Something that basically, in a way of it, shines. This going up in the S tier. Way up there. There we go. And now, this is all of the tier list. The end of it. Well, as I was saying, basically, this is the end of the tier list. And I very hope that basically you like this tier list. And I very hope for you to see if we want even more tier lists with your permission, mortals. And the way of it, this is basically just for the Valentine special as we're doing here. since technically this is a special for all you guys. And I know I haven't been showing up lately, same as basically not posting lately, since technically I having things to deal with, such as things that basically you models do in your free time. So in a way of it, yes, if you like the video, subscribe. If you don't, you can always subscribe. I'm not going to force you to. Unlike everyone else in other channels, they always want you to subscribe and basically give you a choice to live. And also basically not even force you to basically subscribe just for them to, such as, I don't know, to do something at home, for them to do something new or something. I don't know. But yeah, so in the way of it, this is the end. And of course, mortals, I see you soon. Very soon.